Hi, my name is Dave. I'm your host. You're listening to The Last Podcast, where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. If you are just coming by or stopping by, is this your first time? Hey, I'm happy to have you. Welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you listening, and I hope you continue to find tips, ideas, and value from listening to this podcast. Well, today is Monday, and we have an opportunity to begin our week with something new, something extraordinary. So, what is it going to be for you? What will your new thing be? You know what I was just thinking about over the weekend? It's kind of funny how so many of us are set into that regiment, that routine that just constantly goes. It's almost like a hamster wheel. Every week, go to work. Every week, we go in for a paycheck, and we trade dollars for our time. And there comes a moment in time where, at least I don't know about you, but I know for me, it's like, okay, well, let me stop trading so much of my time for very little bit of money. And it comes to a point where you have to rationalize what it is that you're doing. Really, I mean, you think about it, okay, and I get it if you are doing it just for a short period of time, and this is a stepping stone for you. This is something brand new, and you're doing it for a short period of time because of what? Because you have something that you're going for, something that you're after, and I get that. I mean, by all means, you might have to do whatever it is that you have to do, and nobody knocking you for that. And believe me, not me. I'm not knocking anybody. I've traded my time for dollars most of my life. So who am I to tell anybody what to really do? It's just recently I'm decided to say, hey, you know what? I got really nothing else left to lose. I'm just going to go for the gusto. I'm going to go out on faith, on my own talent, and on my own determination and my own skill set, and I'm going to go ahead and try to make things happen. And there comes a time in our life that we have to have enough faith in our Lord or whatever you believe in, and have enough faith in ourselves to believe that we are meant for something much more in life. And I have to step out and say, my time is now. I want you to think about, when is your time? When will it be your time to step away from the rat race? Because believe me when I tell you, the year 2024 is a catalyst for everything, for our society. Look at all the new technology that's coming out, and it's making businesses jobs a whole lot easier. The way they handle certain situations, you have AI that is actually doing quite a bit, and a lot of people say, "Oh, it's taking a lot of jobs." It's also creating a lot of jobs as well. So there's a good thing and there's a bad thing to it. But my thing is this, you can wallow away and say, look at all the jobs, look at all the people who's going to lose their jobs. Now you know that if this is going to happen, and if you feel that it's going to happen, then what do? You pick up a new skill. You pick up a new skill to do something entirely different. And if it's technology is heading that way, why not go the same way? So many people, I had a conversation with a person who said, look, I don't like really technology at all, but I get it. And you know what? That technology may not be your thing, but I'm quite sure you haven't explored every piece or every area of technology to make that assessment accurate, because there's so much to do in technology. There's so much to do within that field. I'm just saying, that's just a food for thought. But my deal is, what are you going to do? Do you want your own business? If so, have you looked into owning your own business? What will it take to own your own business? What will you need for you to be successful in your own business? And if you've never had a business, you should speak to a lot of people who are either starting their own business or who've had their business for a long period of time in the area where you want to grow. That's just an idea that I had for you. One more thing before I go, because it's hard for me to talk with asthma, and I can only talk for a short period of time. So I have one question. If you were given an opportunity to do the one thing that you believe will work for you, and money wasn't an object, would you do it? And why? Why would you do it? Now let's roll that back. What is in your way? What is stopping you now? Think about that. Whatever it is in life that you want to do, you can do. It's just the only thing that's going to stop you is your own imagination or your own limitations as far as your thinking is concerned. I think I believe this because I suffer from limited beliefs on my own skill set as well. I'm only human. I'm not lying. I'm only human. I believe that I can do just about anything I want to do, but sometimes when I go to do the unbelievable on my end, I suffer with sometimes, can I do it? Can I achieve it? And I have a little self-doubt, but now I'm moving past all that. I'm throwing caution to the wind there and say, you know what? Why am I so fearful about this? Why do I believe this? And then, I try to hone in on what that core belief is and attack it and try to dissolve that core belief and turn it into something that's positive for myself to move forward in life. And it's not easy. It's easily said than done, but I suffer just like everybody else who suffers from limiting beliefs. And but you know what? I've overcome a great deal of obstacles. I've overcome a lot of my own limiting beliefs, and I'm still doing it every single day. And I know you could too. So if there's anything in your life that you feel that you are a little apprehensive about, or you might be a little nervous about, go for it. Just try it a little bit. Just try a little bit. Don't go ahead in all the way and don't do like I'm doing. Leave everything behind and going full speed ahead and burn all your bridges so you don't have any support. Basically, and for me, that's the best way to go about it. For me, is like, I don't want to look back at the bridges. I don't want to look back at where I've come from. I don't want to forget it either, but I want to focus on where I'm going. I want to focus, because if you are constantly, think about it like this: if you're in a car and you're trying to get from point A to point B, but if you're constantly looking in that rear view mirror, you're going to wind up crashing. So you're going to have to pay attention to the road if you don't want to crash. You can't stay glued to that rear view mirror looking behind you. And that's the same thing with life. You want to move forward? You have to move forward. Nobody's telling you to forget about your past. Nobody's telling you to forget where you come from. Just don't focus on it. Focus on here and now and where you want to go and what you want to do in life. That's all I'm saying. Hey, look, my name is Dave. You're listening to The Last Podcast, where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Hey, thanks a lot for listening. I really appreciate you. Before you leave, I have a new instrumental right behind this. Tell me what you think. I'm using some new software. Thanks a lot. Be blessed. Have a great day.